Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It's very nearly work time. It's also very cold, very cold. The weather is supposed to be bringing us snow this week, but it says snow and rain, so I'm suspecting more rain than snow and just generally cold, wet slush falling from the sky. But today is just a little bit, well, it's meant to be foggy, but I would say it's just more cloudy, to be honest. But I know the temperature is going to be rather chilly. I have a bit of housework to do. It's not too bad. Kenzie has gone in for his exam, but he's still in pain, so I suspect he will be home after the exam. He's taken ibuprofen, which should hopefully help a bit with the swelling and the pain, and we'll just, fingers crossed, he's all right during the exam. But I suspect he will be home. I'm not sure. This week is not going well for him when it, goes with going to school. Obviously, he ended up home on Monday because he was really upset about Toothless. And then obviously came home early, 11 o'clock yesterday because he'd had his accident. And then, yeah, he's not going to be in past the first lesson today. Somewhere in my house is a cricket. All the other crickets have been given to my friend over the road for their bearded dragon. Somewhere in the house is an escapee cricket. I've been hearing it all night and I keep hearing the odd chirp. I think it's in here. The boys said to me, there's a cricket somewhere. I'm like, yeah, there is. Yeah, I can hear it. Cheep, 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 cheep. Anyway, if I find it, I don't know what I'm going to do with it because obviously I've got nothing to feed it to. I don't know, maybe just live here till it stops living here. Right, I'm going to make tea. That's what I need to get my brain working. That is an impressive structure you're building there.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I love it. I think it is. I think you guys have done really well. Yum, yum. So serious. You want these cheeky monkeys?
No.
These ones don't have legs, do they?
No.
Does that mean they can't jump into my mouth?
Yes, they can.
No legs, just to walk. But this one went... Oh! I didn't put it in there, it just roared its way into my mouth. Had nothing to do with me, Fim. You're right. You're right. Only just 9 o'clock and the riffraff over there are eating snacks, aren't you? You and Ethan. Did he jump into your mouth?
Yeah.
See, I told you, I didn't put it in, it just jumped in.
I didn't put it in. My one just walked in by magic.
By magic. Well, Ethan's cheeky monkey, no, cheeky bear crisps or pom bears, they walked into my mouth, didn't they, Ethan? Yeah, Ethan's eating pom bears. You're a much better mood this week, aren't you? Settling much nicer. It'll be lovely, and then we'll get Christmas and we'll have 2 weeks off. But hopefully you'll be more settled by then. Ooh, is that good? Jingly bear. Oh, it's not, it's a cat. Meow. It's a cat. Meow. Clever boy. Meow. Meow. Cat.
No.
Meow.
No.
Meow.
No.
Meow. Cat.
No. Mama.
Meow. Thanks. Hi, cat. Give him a stroke. The black thing under your tongue, that's your vein. Can you see it in the mirror? Is that what? Oh, is that? Go on then, have a look. Have a look in the mirror. What else can you see in your mouth?
My throat.
Your throat?
Not anything else.
Nothing else in there? No teeth?
Yeah, it's teeth.
You have got teeth? Oh yeah, good. You got the cat. Meow.
No.
Meow. That's right, Archie. Meow.
Oh.
Meow. Meow, meow. Archie's in a good mood today. Oh, I think Archie wants to have a look in the mirror. You talking to Harrison? Oh, who's that? Yeah, you can come and have a look in the mirror.
This is a Superman.
A Superman, is it? Have you got a black bit under your tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, you have, yeah. I think it's a vein.
Pippa, have you got black under your
Shall I show you?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I think it's where the veins are.
Pippa,
Mm.
I got some blue veins too.
Blue veins, yeah.
I was having lollipop yesterday.
You were carrying a lollipop.
Yeah.
That gave you blue veins.
Yeah, and at the pub.
Oh, at the pub.
Yeah, and there was a party.
Oh, nice.
After.
Elephant. Yes, you're right. That is an elephant, Harrison. Good boy. Elephant. The blue veins, so the red veins are the ones coming from your heart, and they're full of oxygen because your heart's given lots of oxygen to them, to the veins. And then the bluer veins are the ones that don't have so much oxygen, and they're coming back to your heart to get more oxygen.
Why can't he lift it up?
Why can what lift up?
This.
Oh, yeah, it does move a little bit. I'd rather you didn't pull it out though. It's meant to be stuck.
Pippa.
Hmm.
Need another bit to go in there.
You'll have to unscrew one of those maybe, or one of those. Whoa! Good shot. That was like a basketball. Boing, boing, boing. Nearly. Yay! Got it in the basket. Woohoo! Oh no! Did you fall over? Are you throw it to Finn?
I can be in the middle.
No. Yay! Got it in the
I
basket.
can be in the middle.
Ready? Catch. Nearly.
I can be in the middle.
You could be in the middle. I think he's playing basketball. He's getting it in this basket here. Look. Oh, nearly. There you go, Ethan. Harrison, your turn.
Your turn.
Oh,
Don't go, my turn.
your turn. See if you can get it in the basket. Oh, nearly, nearly. Ready, steady. Not into the basket.
It's your turn.
Thanks. So I throw it to you. You gonna throw it into the basket? Nope. Gonna lob it that way. Oh, mind his head. That's it. You're gonna pass it to Finn, and then it's Finn's turn to throw it. Woo! Is your head all right, Ethan?
And I want to be a bit more newer.
Okay. Oh, nearly got it in the basket. Let's it. Throw it to.
I just want to be a bit more newer.
Okay. You're gonna aim for the basket, or gonna throw it to Harrison?
He didn't catch it.
No, he's only learning. Where's it gonna go, Harrison?
In the basket.
Whoa! To me, I was not ready for that. Ethan? Nearly. You're gonna throw in the basket. Yay! Did it. Right, Finn, catch. Nearly. So it's about 10:15 and Archie's having a really good morning, as you've seen. Kenzie's finished his exam and he says he's in a lot of pain again. So I've spoken to the school. He's coming home. My sister-in-law, Heather, is picking him up because she's still not working because she's exhausted from the COVID. But she wanted to give the van a run because she didn't want the battery to die, especially with the cold weather. So she's offered to pick him up, which is really kind of her. So she's going to do that, bring him back home for me. I need to try and get him a doctor's appointment. I'm hoping Lee will take him after work if I can get one for later on. But what I'll try and do is get an appointment for as late as possible, because obviously it's going to affect his GCSEs, the amount of time he has off, and I just want to maybe get it checked to make sure they're not worried about anything, because obviously if they're worried about it, then we'll end up having to take him up to the hospital. But I think we just need to get it checked. Can I open your sandwiches? There's a word missing.
Please.
Okay. So Kenzie's on his way home. I don't know if I've said this. It's all a bit confusing. Kenzie's on his way home from after his exam, which he says has gone well. Oh, you have to say excuse me, please. Go for a wee then. So yes, Kenzie's on his way home. Heather is bringing him home. My sister-in-law is bringing him home. Okay. Well, you just might have to wait, love, for him. It's all chaos here at the moment. At least you're pretty happy. So I've rung the doctors because school said really we need to take him to the doctors, because if it means he's going to have quite a bit of time off school, it needs to be checked, and obviously exam time and what have you. So I rang the doctors. They can't see him because they're not doing many face-to-face consultations, but even if they could see him, they haven't got x-ray eyes or x-ray facilities. So they've said the best thing to do is call 111 and book a minor injuries x-ray appointment at Wickham Hospital. So I've just rung them and they said they need to do an over-the-phone assessment, but Kenzie's not arrived home yet, so I'm going to have to call them back. Then I need to do an over-the-phone assessment where then they will decide whether or not he needs to be taken straight to the hospital, which I don't think will be the case, or if we can wait, like do it in the next 8 hours, which means I could then do it after work. But I can't say which way it's going to go until we've had this online assessment or this over-the-phone assessment. So that's what we're doing. I'm waiting for Kenzie to get home so I can call 111 back, sit back in the queue, get his assessment, which hopefully they'll then say take him to to get an x-ray so that we can actually get this dealt with, and then we can work out whether or not I actually have to stop working, which will be a real pain in the neck, obviously, but these things happen. So I've sent a message to all my families saying, you know, I may or may not be able to continue working today.
My feet are so
Your feet are so cold. I know, you need to bring slippers, monkey. Or whether or not it can wait until after work. Wow. So that's where we are at the moment. This week really needs to just start again and be better, because this week is just drama, and I'm not a drama person at all. So we've come to Henley Hospital. Henley Hospital is where we've been sent, so that's where we are. Strangely enough, I don't come to Henley very often, but I'm also coming here on Sunday for a Christmas fair. So I've just done my practice run of driving. How are you feeling, Kenzie?
Yeah, good.
Yeah. How's the pain?
Well, I haven't moved my leg a lot, really, so...
No, you haven't moved it. Like, you dozed off on the way here.
It depends if it's locked up, because sometimes my leg locks up.
And then it hurts more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it gets to the point where you haven't moved it, and while you move it goes...
Ah! Yeah, and it's cracking, isn't it? So, right, it's making funny cracky sounds when he moves it, so best we get it checked.
Might as well be sponsored by Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispies. Crack, snap, crackle and pop.
Hopefully it'll pop part.
No. Right, got your mask?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, was that the knee?
Oh, yeah.
It did go pop. Right, okay, have you got your mask?
Yeah.
Let's go.
You just stretch my knees out.
We were just saying this is a hospital we haven't been to before, and it looks like apartments rather than a hospital. Right, so we need to go to reception, which I'm assuming is over here. Can we please just start this week again? Right, we were really lucky, 2-hour round trip. Henley, seen very quickly, out again, didn't need an x-ray. Actually, when he walked to the hospital, I said to him, you're not limping as much as you were. So, when we got there, the guy did a load of like pulling, tugging, twisting and all the rest of it. It was clicking and what have you, but he said it's all just at the front under the kneecap, which is where Kenzie said most of the pain was. And he said it's just soft tissue damage, really. There's no ligaments or bone. He's really not concerned about it being anything like that. It's slightly swollen, but you know, it's because it's twisted. So he's told him to do stretches and to regularly do stretches to strengthen the knee. He asked about previous medical conditions. I said about his Osgood slatters, but said it's not really affected him in the last 2 years. And he showed us his knee, and he's an Osgood slatters sufferer as well. And he said he's going to tell Kenzie something that he wished he had been told back when he was diagnosed with it. And it would help him now. And he said to do lunges every day and to stretch every day. So I think he's, you know, Kenzie's going to do something like, I don't know, 15 squats, 15 lunges every day. And he said that'll help strengthen the knees, and it'll also help with the tendons because Kenzie's growing so fast. His tendons will tighten and what have you, and it will just help with his stability and with his growing and what have you, because he is so tall. And so yes, so Kenzie was not happy about that, but I was like, well, we just, you know, it's gonna do you good, so we just need to find a way of reminding him to do it. Okay, so it's probably 2 o'clock now. Yes, 2 o'clock exactly. I messaged parents and said, if you want to bring the kids back, bring the kids back. I can do the school run, which is good. I know that Harvey, Beth and Finn's mum, you know, they've got parents' evening and they were like going to pick them up late today anyway, and then this happened. So expecting that I was going to be sat in a hospital for goodness knows how long, because 111 told me you'll be going to a minor injury clinic, but you're basically sitting there like in A&E and it could take hours. And I was like, right, okay. But thankfully it didn't. So I've said I can take the kids, I can pick them up from school. Finn's going to come back in a minute. Ethan isn't. He would have been here till 4:30. Archie would have gone home anyway an hour after he went home today. You know, he would have gone home anyway. Harrison's, I felt so bad because Harrison's dad in particular had to be dragged out of a meeting. And if I'd known it was going to be almost in and out, I would have just taken Harrison with me. But I thought we were going to be sitting in a hospital, you know, in COVID times, for hours. And as it was, actually, there was like 4 people in there. There was myself and Kenzie and another couple, and we ended up sitting for the most part on our own, apart from 2 minutes when this other couple came and sat with us. And it's a tiny hospital, and I could have taken him with me. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. I just expected it to be like the JR, where I was going to be sat amongst loads of people, and obviously you don't want your child in a hospital with COVID going round with poorly people unless absolutely necessary. But like I said, if I'd have known, I would have just taken him. So I felt really bad because his dad had to be dragged out of an important meeting. I just hate the fact that when I have to stop working for an emergency or because I'm poorly or anything, the knock-on effect it has on all of the parents of the kids I look after, and then potentially their work colleagues as well. And I know it happens once or twice, and it's like, normally I'm like, okay, there's not a lot I can do about it. But I had 10 days off with Kenzie because I wasn't allowed to physically open because he had COVID. So that was 10 days of no childcare for people. And yes, they don't get charged for it because I'm not available to work, so I wouldn't charge anybody, but I'm letting them down with their childcare. And this is the thing, if you take your child to a day nursery, it's very rare your day nursery is shut. If you take your child to a childminder, there's these potential problems because we are one person and we have families usually. But on the other side, you get a more one-to-one personal childcare and home-based childcare with a childminder rather than a nursery setting, which is more of a nursery. Anyway, I'm going to stop feeling bad about it. Easier said than done, because I am going to feel bad about it for a long time. But I just feel like I've been unreliable for too long. Even though it's out of my hands unreliable, I feel like I've been unreliable to the people who I run a service for too much in the past couple of months, and I hate it. But I just have to accept there's nothing I could do about it. And Kenzie is okay, and that's good. There's nothing serious. He will be fine. He needs to stretch. Okay, it's 5 minutes of me just having a complete at you, and I'm really sorry. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea before Finn arrives and stop gesticulating as much as I currently am. You can tell when I'm stressed, can't you? Because this happens a lot. And talk with my arms when I'm stressed. And breathe. And I haven't done anything serene for myself since Saturday. You can see the steam coming out. Right. Chill your boots, Pip. Go have a cup of tea. And now I'm having a tea disaster because the Costa Thermos cup has got a huge crack in it and it's leaking out the bottom here, which means that my tea was just pouring all over the... Ah! Oh, I really want this week to just stop now. Right, tea for me and Kenzie. Let's try that again. It's about 5:10 now. We have been to the park. We stayed till it was actually quite dark. They were having a great time. But it's not as cold as I was expecting it to be. It's actually warmer than it was earlier on in the week, which seems a bit strange because it's supposed to be colder. So they're watching Stickman. I've got Harvey, Beth and Finn still. Parents have got parents' evening. So they'll be here in a few minutes to pick them up after their appointments. And then Lee and I have got to drive to another village that has a post office, which is in a co-op. Because Lee's parcel, while I was at the hospital with Kenzie, got delivered, and even though I said leave it with a neighbour, which Amazon did, Parcel Force or whoever it was did not. They took it to the post office in the co-op in this village. So we've now got to go before 8 o'clock to go and collect his parcel. But it does mean that even though it's not a fish and chip week, it's going to be a fish and chip week because Lee and I are shattered. We've just said this week is just too much. So we're exhausted, we're tired. I said to Brendan, how are you today? And he just said, I'm alive. So I don't think he's feeling hugely enthusiastic for the week either. So yes, I think I'm going to say goodbye now. And we're just going to write a line under today. And then tomorrow, we'll have another nice day, okay? We'll have good stuff happen tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Thank you very much for watching. I am sorry this week's vlogs have been incredibly negative. Let's have some good vibes, okay? I'm sorry, but it's real life. You are watching real life. Thanks for watching. I will see you all tomorrow.